cultivators, welcome to Podcasting is Forbidden in the Cloud Recess, the only lesbian-hosted podcast about patriarchism. Thank you to the Thai language for that one.
I think fundamentally I should be against that.
I'm going to stop you right there, Roy, because I think that there are many lesbian-hosted podcasts probably out there about patriarchy.
But patriarchism.
Patriarchism.
Okay, sorry, different things.
Yeah. Alright, completely different. We're playing a whole different ball game here. Alright, this one's got, like, zombie misogynists in it. How about that?
Yeah, playing a whole different ball game. This is just like when Seda invented volleyball baseball in the middle of the Wonder Years.
Oh my god!
Jesus.
Volleyball baseball. Do you just, hit a volleyball like a baseball?
There's diagrams. I'll show you.
Oh, God.
Of course there's diagrams.
All right.
Hold on, I'm gonna find the tweets right now, because Seda tweeted about it.
It's sports.
Okay, here comes.
I'm waiting. Oh my god. What the hell?
What the fuck?
Everything else is pretty much just baseball. I'd play.
So the baseball players are bouncing the ball back and forth with their bats over a net.
Love the nets.
Let's go Nets, baby! Love the Nets.
Baby loved a net.
And then of course they're not written here, but this is a recent addition to the rules made by me, which is that you have instead of spiking like in volleyball, you have to shout vibe check before you slam the baseball bat down on the volleyball.
Hell yes.
Anyway, so volleyball baseball is forbidden in the cloud recesses.
Volleyball baseball is permitted in the cloud recesses.
It is 100% permitted. I think they'd be all the fuck over it. Volleyball baseball. Fuck, dude, that's amazing.
Is this gonna be our intro?
If you really want it to be our intro. I really like volleyball baseball.
I do like volleyball baseball.
Thinking about it used now. Friends, haters, cultivators, welcome to Volleyball Baseball is Permitted in the Cloud Recesses, the only lesbian-hosted podcast about the sex of Modazushi playing a made-up conglomerate fake sports game.
What if it was basketball?
What if it was basketball?
I'm Roy. I've been trying all week to come up with a nickname that plays on this episode title of Night Rush and 1975 Rush album Fly By Night, and the best I got is Bytor and the Wen Dog, so enjoy that. Wow.
I'm Fallon, aka Wei Ying's Muda Hoge.
Yeah. And we got us a special guest cultivator today here.
Hey, it's me. I'm Sarah, aka Brilliant Tiger Seal.
Hell yes.
Brilliant Tiger Seal.
Because Stygian Tiger Seal means dark tiger seal.
Ah,
but
look
my
at
persona
you.
is a white tiger.
Yeah.
Yes, girl, I love that.
Stygian Taigi amulet.
Stygian Taigi amulet.
Stygian Taigi.
It's good.
It's just his amulet, except for it's got the little the white taigi emote that someone made.
Wow, I love that.
It's just got a little 3 mouth.
Oh, cute. See, now that is an amulet. An amulet?
Amulet.
That's an amulet that I would that I could get behind.
It's amulet.
And murder hundreds of thousands of people with.
It happens.
What if Wei Wuxian unleashed his Stygian Tiger Seal and just made 3-face, and that was the power of it?
Oh wow!
He got overcome by the Stygian Tiger amulet, and he made 3-face, and he said "Nyan."
Yeah, what if the Stygian Tiger amulet just turned him into a Taigi boy,
cat boy?
Cat boy.
Have they found water in Modazushi yet? What about cat boys?
God.
Oh god. Already, thank you for being on, Sarah.
You're welcome. I'm happy to provide.
Hell yes.
I'm loving it.
So I'd like to note the first note the first note, I said note like 6 times there. I'd like to point out that the first note that I wrote down was the 10-cent penguin bastard.
Yes, the bastard known as 10-cent penguin.
The 10-cent pengy is here.
The 10-cent Pingu.
He's here to provide.
Do not besmirch Pingu's name by associating him with 10
I would
cents.
never.
I'm sorry, you're right. That penguin.
Pingu good.
That footless penguin has really
What
done.
if it was Modazushi, but Wei Wuxian was just Pingu?
What if he was
Ooh.
claymation?
I like that. Yeah, what if it was claymation? Just no.
Hey, speaking of
That's what he plays
just what-
to get the dead to calm down.
Yeah, that's what comes out of his flute when he plays.
Yeah.
No.
His mouth just stands outward and to the right and like makes a flute.
Oh my god!
Jesus.
Built-in flute.
Ultimate
Anyways, we
portability.
watched it up. You know what? I gotta say, I went into the show and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then after 10 minutes, when I finally understood everyone's nicknames, I was like, okay.
Yeah, it
See-
takes a minute because everyone has 15 of them.
Yeah, why is... Okay, so Wei Wuxian, he is Wei Ying, he is the Yiling Patriarch, and
Mhm.
he's got like 2 other names that he is referred to in this episode, and it was like, every 2 seconds I was pausing, and I would Google, okay, who is Yiling Patriarch, and it would just like, okay, I'd be like, okay, who is Wei Ying? And Google was like, do you mean Wei Wuxian? And then I'd be like, okay, who is the Yiling Patriarch? And Google was like, do you mean Wei Wuxian? And the same thing happened with Long Wan Ji like 4 times.
Yeah.
This is just like when Sam was on and he messaged me frantically the night before while watching the episode going, "Who's Ashan?"
Oh, come on! Oh yeah, that one too.
Yeah.
I was able to gather context clues for that one, but like
Yeah.
just barely. I had to use all 3 of my brain cells.
All
Yeah.
the senses.
Yeah.
Every single. Yeah,
I'm
it
firing
can,
on all cylinders.
That can be probably. That was one of the more confusing things for me in the beginning, but
Oh yeah. It takes some getting used to, but then like once you're like level 15 and logged in about it like we are, you're just like using them interchangeably.
yeah, sprinkling them in casual conversation.
They just, yeah, it's just like that. You know, sometimes you get a baby name, and then sometimes you get another one when you grow up, and then sometimes you just get more and more, and it's like Katamari name.
Because ancient Chinese culture was off the wall, but fantasy ancient Chinese culture is another story entirely. Like, it is on a complete other level of just excessive names.
Like I'm no stranger to excessive names because I have gone by a fair amount in my time. Because I went by dead name for a good while.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went by Cheers because I was like, this is just a nickname, and it was really me trying on like a not binary male identity.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, I'm girl, call me Birdie.
I'm girl.
And then it was Luna, and then it was Sarah from that, I think. But
Yeah.
these names do not like snowball, it's one to another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, yeah. Yours is just kind of following a little path, you know?
Yeah.
These guys, on the other hand,
They're completely snowballed.
they're just picking them up as they go, saying, this one works. This one also works.
This one's gonna be my cool nickname.
Yeah.
Can someone Photoshop why can't I hold all these lines except for it's Wei Wuxian and he's just holding all of his names?
Yeah. Note to self.
I think, yeah.
Siri set an alarm. Funny Wei Wuxian line Photoshop.
Exactly. I think we need to do it.
I think we gotta.
That's the thing about it. I think
At
we
this
need
point.
to do it is the thing.
Before we get to the episode, some stuff happened this week in the...
Sorry.
You're alright. in the Modao world. I guess the first big thing that's been going around is that, there was an interview with writer of the novel Mojang Tongju,
Yes.
and she's doing some J.K. Rowling shit.
I would argue that it's not as odious
Yeah, it's not as
the
flagrant.
stuff that J.K. Rowling did after she finished Harry Potter.
It's still incorrect.
Yeah, I don't agree with most of it.
She's still wrong about her own
is not in
characters.
possession of a correct takes fan.
Not
yeah,
quite.
she didn't get
no,
that.
no. Even
Nah.
though she is like the
it
author
hasn't come
or
in the mail
whatever.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was under the impression that she just got one by writing it, but that's not how it works.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So she said some stuff. Like, at first it was like, I guess somebody had translated it and like made it sound more declaratory than it was.
Like 3 absolute immutable facts that happened during this interview.
Yeah.
But then somebody released a more
accurate
and like fleshed out interview instead of just like a bullet summarization of some of the stuff she said. And it's like the post that did the bullet summarization kind of jump to a few conclusions.
Kind of hopping on them conclusion stones.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of how it'd be, but...
And some of what she said was like, she said that Lan Shichen should try to find someone to marry at some point, and then somehow that got spun into, oh, well, he's going to have a kid someday, and it's going to succeed the Lan sect. Like, that's what the person said that MXTX said, and I was like, okay, cool. And then another thing was like, Nie Huaisong would become chief cultivator after Jin Guangyao.
Which
and
I can only imagine is his worst nightmare.
Absolute worst nightmare, yeah. And...
Don't make me make decisions. I don't want to do that.
Oh, God. I mean, maybe. I'm thinking about it. I've been thinking about it. And maybe post-canon he gets into a place where he's less reticent about that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I just really can't see him as the chief cultivator. But anyway, that was what the bullet summarization said. And then what she said was, like...
It was a lot less, like, hard
yeah, what
facts.
Was it? Let me take a peeky peek. It's not too far back.
Peeky peek. She said he was gonna, like, end up leading the 4 sects, which,
yeah,
like, I don't see
he
how
will
that's
lead the
much
4
different
great sects.
from being the chief cultivator.
Yeah. He will lead the 4 great sects in the future. How can that silly Zhang Chang... She basically, like...
She just
that was what one of the
hostesses
hostesses said. Yeah, she said, I guarantee that he will lead the 4 great sects in the future. Bye-bye, Zhang Chang. You can forget about it. Like, wow. She just told him to fucking kick rocks.
Yeah.
She told him to kick rocks.
She said
and
he's
die.
not allowed to be the chief cultivator because he can't get his dick wet.
Yeah.
Basically. Like, that's what it comes down to.
Literally, he said, she said, hurry up and find a wife, Zhang Chang, so he can't get his dick wet. He's incapable of getting that wiener wet. He will never have a butt buffet.
God!
He's got dry dick disease.
He's got dry dick disease. His balls, they're so...
That's what the DDD and King DDD stands for.
Ah! Dry dick disease.
Oh my god.
He's all shriveled up down there because he won't let himself have a sex
King
drive.
DDD is a 10-cent penguin and has never fucked.
No! And if they have ever fucked, it's with each other.
Jesus.
Okay.
That's pretty horrifying to think about, actually.
I hate it.
Because I always imagine the 10-cent penguin as...
The 10-cent penguin.
The 10-cent penguin as, like, this monolith, you know?
He comes down from the sky and a bunch of apes throw bones at it.
Yes. Exactly. Just blah, blah, blah.
You hear Thus Spake Zarathustra instead of the 10-cent opening little jingle.
Oh, I love that.
See, in my head, I'm trying to remember what the jingle sounded like, but it's just sounding like the beginning of Gallo Sengen. Yeah, Gallo Sengen.
I'm saying, what the fuck?
Jesus.
Okay. One more important thing that MXTX does do in this interview, she calls Jin Guangyao Yao Mei.
Which is very good.
It's very fucking funny to me. It means just like little sister Yao. God! It's so good to me.
That's his name. So that happens.
Yeah, so that was a thing
Yeah.
that people did what they like to do in this fandom and just kind of
translate things incorrectly and then make a ruckus about it and then translate it correctly and continue making a ruckus about it.
yeah, pretty much.
Which is what happens.
Yeah.
The other very important thing that happened this week was that some very unfortunate bootleg dolls happened.
Oh. Oh, I hate them so much.
So Sarah, if you go up a little bit in
Recording?
fuck. Huh?
No.
Recording?
In
hashtag thonking.
Yeah, in hashtag thonking, if you go up a bit, you'll see where friend of the show, Sarah, linked to a tweet that has a picture of these horrible bootleg dolls.
Oh, they look like brats.
They look like if you tried to put a Bratz facial features onto a Barbie doll and just tried to cram it into the same headspace. They look so awful.
Enhance.
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 I love how whittle their hands are.
I know! The little baby.
Oh, God. And it's just... They look so bad, and both their faces look the same. The eyes are so far apart. They're just staring into nothing.
Their cheeks are like sunken. They look haggard.
They look so haggard. Like
I said brats, but these are literally just touched up Barbie dolls, aren't they?
they have to be.
Like, look at this. These shits look exactly like a fucking Ken doll that have been this looks like what would happen if you put a Ken doll into the hands of someone who like collects like Blue Jessie dolls or what the fuck ever.
Like, who fucking looked at those hairlines and said, yes, let's mass produce these ones. That's good to go.
Listen, Wei Wuxian has a 6 head, and we all know it.
That's why he wears bangs, girl. Like, he has to keep that on, like, a secret, because he can't let anybody know he's got a massive, disgusting 6 head. You pull back his forehead, and it's just fucking, woo! It's like his fucking hairline started receding at age 7. It's so far back. So that's why he's got those cute little bangs and the ahoge and everything. The ahoge actually marks the start of his real hairline.
The ahoge in his forehead, like, work like a pop-up book where you, like, pull the ahoge up and more forehead is revealed.
Ah!
They're not great. They're
yeah,
not
anyway,
great.
the pure, just the death in their eyes is just very unsettling to me.
They don't look great.
So there was that.
So that happened. So just kind of a casual week in the life of the Modao community.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured it was important to kind of cover those because that's what everybody's been screaming about.
That's pretty much the long and short of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the brats and doll of it. So, I guess we can talk about this episode now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
So, Sarah, was this the first episode you ever watched?
Yes.
Alright. Pretty good one to jump into.
Yeah, kind of had a lot going
episode
on.
of the second season.
Yeah.
Just a normal
The penultimate episode. So, that's kind of fun and funky. How'd you like it?
I liked it a lot.
Hell yeah.
Are you inclined to maybe figure out what the fuck is
genuinely.
going on?
Like, this was like the fact that this was compelling enough for me to be interested in what happens, despite the fact that I don't know any of these fuckers aside from what I've heard on this podcast. Like, this like genuinely left me curious to like, okay, so what are the events that led to this point? Because what happened here seemed like a pivotal episode, and this did not seem like an episode that I should be like just jumping in on.
Yeah.
Like it feels like to Brooks Don't Listen, but it feels like just like jumping straight into Full Metal Alchemist, be like, today I will watch the Schwalan War of Extermination.
Yeah, kind of,
Yeah, today I will watch the, fucking... Does this event have a name?
It's no, I don't think it has a name. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Changchi Pass, but
Yeah.
that's...
I kept thinking about the siege on the burial mounds, but that's not it either.
No, it's not. That
Yeah.
happens, I'm pretty
After
sure
this.
that happens after what happens in this
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah. But yeah,
Right.
today we will watch, Pour One Out for the Boys in the Nightless City.
Yep.
So, this is also the first episode that
It's Wenxing. Tonight we will eat out Wenxing killed off screen.
Yes!
Yes, God.
God!
So, we basically start...
Before that, this is the first episode that I watched after Tencent started uploading their official subbed episodes onto YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas until now, we had been watching the Guodong subs version, which is a fan translation.
Yeah.
And I ended up watching both versions just to kind of see the differences, and to see the way that Tencent decides to translate some things, which is fun to me, because we get some fun things like the Nightless City getting translated as Nevernight.
Nevernight is fun. That's like a D&D
It's
kind
so
of
fucking
town.
Forgotten Realms ass.
Mm-hmm.
And, the ulcerating curse gets translated as Kiss of Decay. Is that it? I think. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. It was Kiss of Decay.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah. And then, which also has another different name in the novel.
100 Holes.
Yeah, don't like that.
No.
And then, when My favorite thing of all of them, which is when anybody calls anybody something, Tencent decides to make it into, I don't even know how to say it, if it's child or like childa, which is how I always want to say it.
Childa. Yeah, it's just child.
With an E at the end.
Yeah. It's
oldie-timey child.
interesting.
It's a hell of a thing.
I think it's just because we're not used to it.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that's like an actual genuine translation of it, but I've literally never seen that.
I saw somebody talking about it's like, I guess that's like a diminutive that they would have used in like medieval days back in Western vampire times.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like sort of, I guess, akin to the thing, but like also it just looks weird to us. Because it just looks like a regular word that we use, but with a funny E at the end.
Pretty much.
You know, but that was interesting. So anyway, episode actually starts. Season 2, episode 7, Night Rush, as they call it in the Tencent version, or Night of Chaos, as Guodong Subs calls it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so here we are. We pick up right back where we left off. And Wei Ying passes out from the shock of accidentally having his zombie lackey shove their hand through his brother-in-law's chest.
It happens. And
he wakes up kind of blurrily in his cave when siblings talking about him, and he's just beating himself up, basically.
Yeah, he wakes up in his hell cave.
His little sleepy time cave.
Wen Yang is like, how's young Master Wei doing? And yeah, Wei Ying like scolds himself for not being able to control his shit.
Yeah.
And then his vision kind of focuses and he sees Wen Yang and he just clocks him.
Yeah, he just goes ape, he clocks him in the face. He's like, do you know who the fuck you just killed?
Do you ever punch a zombie?
You ever just punch a zombie?
Sometimes you just gotta.
Sometimes you gotta punch a zombie.
Sometimes you gotta. And he's just like, he's losing it, man. He just does not know what the fuck he's supposed to do. He doesn't know what any of them are supposed to do.
He's like, how could you kill Jin Zixuan? What's Shijie gonna do? What's the baby gonna do?
Yep.
What am I gonna do?
He does the Joker mode, like, hand over face thing.
He puts on his Joker makeup and starts to cry.
He starts to cry. He does the, like, chuckle thing and then starts to cry as Wen Yang just, like, keeps apologizing. Just
Which
like, I'm sorry, it was all
see.
my fault. It fucking sucks to see. No one in here is having a good time.
It's all bad.
And, like...
Everyone is sad, but it's okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, man, looking at this, I really think Jin Zixuan's death was Wei Wuxian's breaking point.
Oh, yeah.
He's just losing it.
So, Wei Wuxian has, like, he does his Joker cry laugh and has, like, a Shijie best moments montage. He remembers her all happy in her wedding dress, and then he, like, thinks about her and Jin Zixuan holding no longer Bobby Hill-looking little happy baby Jiliang.
He's got a little more hair.
Yeah, he's very happy, and he's making goo goo gaga noises, and it's very good to see.
Back to when they let him name their child Jin Rulan.
Yeah. And they're all so happy, god damn it.
He just like completely loses his composure and he starts crying, just asking what he's gonna do. You know, just what is he gonna do? And Wen Chang looks heartbroken at first because she completely composes. Well, I mean, okay, sorry. She looks really heartbroken and then she like does this series of frames where she just like closes her eyes and composes herself.
She makes resolved face.
And then she stabs him with an acupuncture needle.
Yeah, and gives him a bonitis nap. And she and Wen Yang comes up and they nod at each other and bow. And they won't answer Wei Ying when he asks what they're planning on doing. Yeah, he's like, what are you doing? And
what the fuck are you doing?
And she's like, well, you just stay here and be babysat, alright? Don't get kidnapped.
Yep.
And then she does a sad smile and Wei Wuxian hates it, and then we get a montage where he has depression.
Yeah, he has depression.
Yeah.
We mostly get a voiceover of Wen Cheng telling Wei Ying the Jin sect had given them an ultimatum while he had been passed out, and that her and Wen Yang are going to go turn themselves in so everybody else can get a pardon, because that's what Jin Guangshan said he would do.
The bastard of Jin Guangshan.
The bastard of Jin Guangshan.
Wei Wuxian, like, insists that he didn't do the curse, and, Wen Cheng is like, you're still on that shit, it doesn't matter.
Like, literally, we killed 100 Jin sect people, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, nobody cares about this damn curse. And, like, I guess Wei Wuxian, like, sneaks into Zhang Yanli's sad house because he sees her, mourning like in her white morning clothes, looking like she's cosplaying a lawn.
Yeah, literally. And I know the lawn robes are always described as morning robes, but it's so strange to see the similarity so starkly in the Donghua. Like, we've never seen morning robes before now. So, like, at first I almost didn't recognize her until I was like, oh, yeah, that's what morning robes look like. Yeah, and she's kneeling in front of an altar for Jinzi Swan.
Yeah.
And he comes to the doorway as Wen Xiang over voice explains the curse might not have been Wei Wuxian's fault, but Wen Yang definitely still killed like 100 dudes.
Yeah. And he super did kill Jinzi Chuan, so...
He super did. And Wei Ying is like, well, yeah, but he was my cool zombie knife. And then Wen Xiang does a big knife metaphor, by which she means to say if Wen Yang is out of the picture, Wei Ying using him as a weapon won't be a concern for the Chuds in charge anymore. So this is the best option.
Wei Wuxian says, Wen Yangs don't kill people, I kill people.
Yeah? God! Oh!
Literally!
Wei Ying is having none of it, but she fucking stunned him, so he can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
He had with a terminal case of bad bone.
Yeah.
Terminal case of bad bone.
Terminal case of bad to the bone. Except for it's about
osteoporosis. Yeah.
I cannot walk. My friends are I'm the Ealing Patriarch.
Wow.
Visionary. Jesus.
Fucking,
so she's like, it's only thanks to you that we've been able to live this much longer. We should have died already. And he does a big no, and it makes me want to died.
The last kind of two people that stuck by him are leaving, and she like
she flicks his forehead.
Yeah, she flicks his forehead. She's like, anyway, we're out.
Yeah, better head out.
Before that, let me suck it up and say thank you and I'm sorry.
And then they go off to their death.
Yep.
And Wei Wuxian is walking around in a sad, scary depression city, and he steps on a flyer saying that the Wens are going to be executed in the Nightless City, and the artist made sure to make Wen Yang look as mean as possible.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They said, here's Scary Man.
Make him very scary.
They did the dark, twisted version.
They wrote damaged on his forehead in Chinese.
It's the dark, gritty AU. And then Wei Wuxian does Shinigami eyes, and then we're in the Nightless City.
Yep,
God, they are literally Shinigami eyes, huh?
They are!
I saw him, like, go ghost on that shit, and be just like, flare up, and I'm like, where have I feel like I've seen some shit with red eyes recently, and you just locked it into place for me. Yeah, that's Misa's eyes.
Yeah. It is.
Because I've been rewatching Death Note, and can I tell you, that show still fucking slaps.
It does slap a lot.
I remember my brother was watching Death Note, like, maybe 4 or 5 months ago, and he texted me at, like, 2 in the morning to be like, does Death Note get better again after, spoiler alert, L dies?
Yeah, so they're at the Nightless City, and they're technically all here to...
Can I say? That is my second favorite proper noun for a location that I have heard this year.
The Nightless City rules. I know, it fucking slaps.
It's only beaten by the oldest house from Control.
Oh, hell yes.
The oldest house.
Fuck yeah. So everybody's here to pour one out for everyone who died in the Sunshot campaign, and also to spit on the Wen's graves.
Yep.
All the sect leaders are like up on the fucking porch, and they all like say a thing, and Zhangsheng has nothing to say.
He's just uncomfortable.
He couldn't think of anything.
He couldn't.
They didn't tell him he was supposed to come up.
I like when Wei Wuxian shows up in his bad bitch and is like, "Listen, that Wen Yang guy, like, I might as well have just like swung him around like a sword and beat Jin Zhizhuan to death."
Yeah.
Jin
Guangshan is like, we're also gonna kill this zombie, and fucking Meng Yao comes up, floating Wen Yang up on the deck via magic like a fucking balloon.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I came back from the carnival, I have this now.
Is this the part where he's like surrounded by those like paper seals?
Yeah.
And he's I love those. I love like paper seals. So
Isn't it cool? It's good.
I developed an attachment to them from both oh god, is her name Tamari or Ten from Naruto? She uses them.
Ten.
Yes, and also Xianko from Darkstalkers.
Yeah.
Xianko fucking rules.
I love it. So they bring Wen Yang out.
When she was in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, that was Capcom telling me gay rights. Because you can't when you're making a Marvel vs. Capcom game, you always have to put Felicia in, you always have to put Morrigan in, but no other Darkstalkers rep ever gets love. So seeing Shenko in there fucking ruled.
Hell yes.
I like that.
I love this movie.
So they bring Wen Young out, and he's covered in these glowy restraint talismans. And Jin Guangshan makes a point to say that those 100 cultivators and Jin Zixuan were killed by Wen Young and the Wen remnants, and that they captured Wen Young themselves and took Wen Qing out on the spot. Which, as we all remember, it's exactly what happened.
He says, we already killed Wen Qing, watch this, and, like, on purpose does the funny Big Lebowski ashes gag.
Yeah. He, very respectfully explodes the ashes with fire to the encouragement of the crowd.
Yeah, so this is some shit that I didn't know until, like, I even watched this episode and looked into it further, but, like, yeah, apparently cremation and scattering ashes is a big piss on your grave move in Taoism.
Oh, I had no idea.
That makes a lot of sense.
I was thinking, like, damn, they're showing a lot of respect.
That's what I thought too, and like I thought that when I read the novel too. Like, and I don't know if that's
especially because like at the start of the ceremony, who's the guy running the thing? What's his name?
Jin Guangshan. He fucking
Jin Guangshan is like no matter the clan designation, we gather to celebrate the lives of people who died, and then it's like, just kidding, I spit on your grave, motherfucker.
Yeah, pretty much.
I know, and like I don't know if like it just didn't come across when in the novel, or if my reading comprehension is just shit. But like up until I watched this episode, I definitely thought it was like an honoring your enemies thing. But like, given what
I mean, either all three of us have no brains, which I'm gonna cards on the table. That's a valid possibility.
Oh yeah.
No, I think it's probably what's happening.
I think it's just like a cultural misunderstanding thing that we just didn't catch.
But like another thing to note is that
our brains are massive. We all know this.
Oh yeah, we're sitting on chairs made of our own brains.
Yeah. Like, I'm actually currently banging a girl made entirely out of my own gray matter.
I'm working out at the library as we speak. But like, I mean, given what Wen Young did to Jin Zixuan, this makes more sense. And like, getting to see him react to it, like, gives it more context, because like in the novel, he's already quote unquote dead.
Yeah.
He's already
Wen Young fucking hates to see it. And Jin Guangshan then continues to say that tomorrow they'll scatter the ashes of not only the remaining Wen dogs, quote unquote, which is just old people and children, but also the ashes of Wei Ying.
Yeah.
And of course it cuts to Zhang Cheng and Lan Wangji when
and they're like, well, a second ago we do get a shot of Wen Qing being burned at the stake, and she's just calmly accepting it, and it fucking sucks. But then Zhang Cheng and Lan Wangji react, and the crowd is sounding exactly like the fucking Reverend Wen crowds anytime they kissed Wen Rohan's ass, or like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. But then Lan Wangji comes up and he's like,
victory or death.
Yeah, he says, hey y'all, but then the fire turns green and birds show up, so you know what the fuck it is.
You know who's here.
This fucking, he's gotta do this every single time.
He has to be as dramatic as possible. He fucking rolls up and he's on a rooftop and he's
even if you didn't know who it was, some 80-yard idiot in the crowd goes, "It's Yiling Laozu!"
Oh my god!
To let us know, in case we forgot.
It's the only fucking person it could possibly be!
So he's up on the roof and he's talking shit to and about everyone, mostly.
Okay, so I'd like to say that I had another one of those moments where I got confused about who you were talking about, and I was like, okay, wait, hold on. Okay, I know Wei Wuxian is the Yiling Patriarch. He's also Wei Yun. He is also Jian. But then you said Yiling Laozu, and I'm like, okay, Google, who the fuck is Yiling Laozu? Google was like, did you mean Wei Wuxian?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Laozu is just patriarch, basically.
Yep.
Too many names.
Too many names. Many names.
Many names, many translations.
But then he shows up and is like, hey, wait, Wen Yan did not, this is all on me. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, sorry, bro, my bad. Jin Guangshan gets mad because he's been clocked.
Yeah, he's like, he rolls up and he's like, wow, very noble, crush the heretics for real, like, you promised not to fuck with this stuff any further if the Wen siblings surrendered themselves to you, and you're really pulling this? You're not even gonna spare the innocents? And, Jiggis is pissed. He's like,
Every time you call him Jiggis, I lose my fucking mind.
Jiggis. He's like, those dudes at Changshi Pass were innocent too, so it's impossible to say who's worse in this situation.
Wei Wuxian calls him a big fat phony.
The thing about it is, like, the dudes at Changshi Pass were there to kill Wei Wuxian. So, like,
Yeah.
Wait, he's like, do you remember that? I'm sorry, hello? And Jiggins he doesn't have a good stinger for that one. He's just like...
He just makes angry face and, like, says, like, no, you!
Yeah, that's
and
super
it's like
absurd.
That, you know that picture that's like the Fields guy arguing with someone, and they're like, the Civil War wasn't about slavery, it was states' rights, and someone's like, states' rights to what? And then the Fields guy gets really angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that conversation in real life with someone before.
Oh, I've had that conversation in real life with family.
You do, I gotta say, you don't love to see that.
You really don't.
I really actually kind of despise to see it, if I'm being honest with you.
Pretty bad. So, Wei Wuxian says that if everybody spares the Wen babies and grandmas, he'll own up. But first he wants to find out what's up with the curse, because he's still on that shit. And then something explodes, and somebody's...
He's still juju on that curse.
Yeah, he's still juju on that curse. Something explodes, and somebody says, "Oh, the Ghost General's love is like a truck berserker." And
but wait, Wending is still just like
he's
kneeling
just
there,
floating, yeah,
like dissociating.
Yeah, he's just like, oh god. And then NMJ serpentines up to slice at him.
Oh yeah, NMJ takes the first opportunity when somebody says that he's that the Ghost General has gone berserk. So he hops on it immediately. Everybody starts charging up to Wei Ying, and one Jin boy pauses to do a little hand seal and whisper some shit.
Yeah,
and some little blue magic wisps happen, and wow, the fire turns from green to blue.
Yeah, and then there's like a big array and a lot of Resenticles. And
yeah, many Resenticles.
I wonder who that one little Jin man could be.
Who could that be? I don't know who that could be. I don't think.
Whoever it was, I'm sure they're not important.
They can't
no,
be.
Not at all. That happens, and Wen start raising from the dead.
Resenticles.
Yep, they start raising hell.
Hell.
They parade onto the ground like the California raisin.
Raisin hell.
I love that so much.
Remember when I used to give Reese that shirt and Jenny Hanover all the time?
Yes, was so fucking good.
The Resenticles, like, work their way into Wei Wuxian to make him sadder and madder and more #twisted.
Yes.
But then, is it Lan Wangji? Is that his name?
Lan Wangji.
Lan Wangji shows up and is like, "Hey, bro, stop! You're scaring all the hoes." Parentheses me.
Oh my god! Yeah, he's like, "Dude, come on, please stop!" And Wei Ying is like, "Save your breath, baby." He lifts Chen Qing to his lips, and Lan Wangji lunges to try and get it out of his hands, but he goes wide and misses. And Wei Ying is just fucking convinced this means Lan Wangji just wants to have an epic nemesis battle with him, and he always hated him, and Lan Wangji says, "Wei Ying!" in the way that a normal person would say, "What are you fucking talking about?"
Bro, stop! You're gonna get in trouble!
Stop!
Stop, dude! What if a you hears?
Oh my god!
The shit's popping off down in the main field, I guess.
Yeah.
By the way, like, just as this is going on. Like,
yep. And
Wen Yang flies back from being sliced at, but, like, once again, Yan Mingjoy lifts up Basha and it gets caught in a Wen's fingy-tips. For the second time this season.
I know, right?
That's just what happens.
And then it's back to LWJ and Wei Ying, and LWJ is like, "Seriously, stop! You lost control." And Wei Wuxian goes, "There, see? I knew you always hated me. I knew you always hated me." The mental hoops he was jumping through here just. So LWJ just lunged for Wei Wuxian to try and get the flute out of his hands. Wei Wuxian was pissed off. He's like, "Okay, I guess this means we gotta fight to the death now." And then suddenly we hear Zhang Yanli calling for him from outside the battlefield. And so does Zhang Cheng. And they're freaking out now because Zhang Yanli decided it'd be a nice time to visit her brothers during a zombie bloodbath.
Yeah, and she's out there on the battlefield with a lot of zombies running around her and conspicuously avoiding her because she's wearing drama armor.
Yep.
Wei Wuxian yells for everyone to leave her alone. And then zombie slice her.
Yeah, zombie slice her, of course, and she collapses, and Zhang Cheng is still fighting, but he saw Shiji go down, and he's like, "I thought you said you had it on lock!"
Wei Wuxian runs out onto the field, and he grabs her, and she's bleeding, and you hate it.
You hate it, and the only thing Yanli has to say to Wei Ying is that she was sad he left so soon the last time he'd seen her. And she's like, "Ashan, you gotta stop. This is enough." And Wei Wuxian is like, "Of course, I'm stopping right now, I promise." And he plays Chongqing, and he gets the zombies to stop throwing down. And
Zhang Cheng runs over.
Yes.
And then Wei Wuxian tells her that he stopped everything, and then she is like happy for a second, and then she pushes him away, and she gets stabbed.
Yep, and it's for really real this time.
For real. You hate it.
For really real.
Just like those guts got crushed.
Yeah, them guts. She got done run through.
Got them guts crushed twice in her life,
and not in the fun, sexy way. And it flashes back to her talking about, wanting to find somebody who'll cherish her even when they're old. And then her defending Wei Ying that one time, and then her calling him Ashan.
It's a second best moments montage.
It's a second best moments montage. She gets two because she's so good.
And this is where,
I was just gonna say, Aerith beefs it, and Wei Wuxian goes sicko mode.
Wow, you right?
Basically.
And and then we see Wei Ying going sicko mode again, to the point where the resentful energy swirls around him so intensely that he's bodily lifted off the ground with it.
His soul gem blackens completely and he becomes a witch. The old Stygian Taigi seal is glowing real bright too, and it pops off. Yeah, it pops off, but of course we don't get to see it. And then we hear Lan Wangji calling for Wei Ying.
Yeah, we do get current day Lan Wangji calling Wei Ying's name as he wakes up.
It's his favorite thing to say.
It's his absolute favorite thing to say, and he has so many different excellent ways to say it. And he's doing some cool magic with Wei Ying's Zhang Bell to suppress the curse mark.
And then Wei Wuxian wakes up and he realizes they're in a Vampire Times Motel 6.
Yeah, they're in a Vampire Times Motel 6. Lan Wangji is fucking with that little bell. And he's like, they're gonna have to hunt down the nasty boy that gave it to Jin Liang in order to cure the curse completely. But he's suppressed it for now. Yeah. And he's like, anyway...
The flubber leg is sealed off from spreading any further.
The flubber leg is sealed off from spreading any further. It turned into, flubber body at the end of that there.
Yeah.
And he's like, anyway, your little Twinkie body has been through a lot of shit, so you gotta rest, maybe eat something. And I just want to mention... at this point, he is smiling so gently
at Wei Ying
when he tells him to eat. I thought my eyes were deceiving me at first, but he really is looking at him so fucking tenderly I could actually explode. I want to share, the first time I watched this scene, I didn't notice it. And then the second time I watched this scene, I was like, okay, I think, is he smiling? And so I leaned an inch away from my phone. Really got the fuck in there to see him just so tenderly smile at him. Oh, God, it healed my heart so much. And I just could actually explode.
So Wei Wuxian is like, where you caught that bill? And he's like, oh, I found it. I wanted to give it back to his owner. And Wei Wuxian is so delighted. He's so cute about it.
He's so excited. So Lan Wangji gives him the Zhang Bell along with one of the flutes that Wei Ying found. And he hands it to him, and Wei Ying is like, oh, you shouldn't have. And he, gives the Zhang Bell back to Lan Wangji as a reward for his troubles.
Which is basically marriage.
It is.
Because only Zhangs are allowed to have those.
And they eventually sit down for dinner, and Wei Ying pouts that the dishes are all bland and vegetarian, and also Lan Wangji isn't letting him drink because of his weak little baby bird body.
He's a big boy though, so he only complains a little bit.
Yeah, only a little bit. It's pretty good. It's a marked change in character, I think. And he wants to know if Lan Wangji figured out it was him way back on Mount Dafan, how he knew, whether it was because of Wen Yang, and also where the hell is Wen Yang?
Yeah. And Lan Wangji starts putting food on Wei Wuxian's plate, which is, I've been told, is code for gay.
Yes, it is. He slaps some food on his
plate. It
is the secret censorship-proof code of gay.
Is where you spoon feed your twink.
Yes. And he slaps some food on his plate and tells him that when he rolled up earlier, Wei Wuxian was alone, so Wen Yang wasn't there. And
he just
like,
fucked off. And Wei Wuxian is like, I had some shitty dreams while I was curse marked, and Lan Wangji says it'd be like that, and
don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. And Wei Wuxian says the line of, no matter how much regret I feel, my mistakes will never vanish. And then he says the deceased cannot return to life. The necromancer
says,
here's the thing. Us.
Here's the thing. Even when he brings the dead back to reanimates them, they're not truly alive. They're not.
And listen, who doesn't get imposter syndrome?
Well, yeah, you're definitely valid.
Wei Wuxian's terminal imposter syndrome.
Holy fuck. That's really true. That's a very good point.
Oh whereas
Roy has, as I would say, Wei Wuxian I'm poster syndrome.
Hey!
Oh, I'm poster syndrome.
Now
Because
that I like.
Roy has I'm poster syndrome because
When
she
I'm
just wants to
poster?
post about Wei Wuxian.
When
Yeah,
I'm poster?
I share that syndrome, actually. It's a folio do.
I'm poster?
I'm poster. And yeah, Wei Wuxian is like, yeah, you're right. I'm still traumatized, but my slate's been wiped clean now that I'm living in this dude's old flesh prison.
It's the future, baby.
It's the future, baby. We are gonna keep pushing forward. And Lan Wangji is like, oh yeah, you said you saw something weird about the Nightless City? And when Wei Ying tells him it was probably just him hallucinating.
Fucking Brainmaster Lan Wangji says...
It's his typical brain genius response.
Yeah, he says, but what if not? And immediately Wei Wuxian believes him, which is just like earlier, like, what was the one thing that he did before, where he came up with something like, just, but what if, and Wei Wuxian was like, wow, what if?
It was a really stupid thing, too,
Yeah,
that ended up being
bonkers
true.
off the wall. Yeah, Jesus. So,
And fucking...
So, Wei Wuxian, like, uses some seeds or something to, like, recreate the array he saw in Dream Nightless City.
They're like peanuts, I think.
There's something. And Lan Wangji's like, that ain't it, Chief.
He's
so
like, that's an
realize,
incomplete array.
Yeah, they realize that it's the Spirit Lure array, but it's fucky.
Mm-hmm. And the Stygian Tiger Seal, I didn't fully understand what was going on in this scene.
Yeah. Like,
So it was something about, like, the Stygian Tiger Seal had a restriction seal on it, so it shouldn't have gone nuts with the array like it did, but somebody put, like, some of Wei Wuxian's blood on the array?
I was very confused, and I was gonna see if you were confused too.
I
Because,
was
like,
confused.
basically, like, the bottom line is, he had been sabotaged, but, like, it's hard, it's probably a little bit hard to put together because, like, it's either because we're dumbasses, but, like, I don't think, since we're both kind of going, I don't think it's us. I think it's because they're making this more convoluted than it needs to be, because in the novel, he just fucked up, and that's just kind of the point.
I would argue that it's probably a censorship thing. Because they're kind of big on doing the whole no morally gray thing.
Oh, you know what?
So they want to paint him in as sympathetic a light as possible so as to avoid getting, popped for it. So I think that's just me speculating.
Yeah, the reasoning makes sense. The specifics don't make any fucking sense whatsoever.
Not
I
at
cannot
all.
follow what's going on.
Not at
basically, all I can get out of it is that he was sabotaged, and I feel like that's what matters. And Lan Wangji kind of knew about it. So,
he was sabotaged by one very powerful person who knew what they were doing, and they don't know who the fuck that is, because the only other people they knew that could have fucked with the array like that were Zhang Cheng and one of the Wen grandpas and Wen Qing, and obviously none of them did it. Yeah. So they were like, okay, so who the fuck was it? So they come to the conclusion that all this horrific shit that happened towards the end of Wei Wuxian's life, you know, Jin Zixuan's death, and all of the shit with the Stygian Tiger Seal towards the end of it, wasn't actually a result of him just naturally not being able to control the Modaos, but a plot to ruin his life by, they call him a mastermind.
Yeah, it's all just him being trolled to death.
Yeah, it's all him being trolled to death. And honestly, like, aside from it not making that much sense, I'm not as mad at it as I thought that I would be. Yeah. The whole change in it, because, like, as much as I deeply, deeply adore Wei Wuxian
just for fucking up and losing it.
For fucking up and losing it, and just being a very, I would say, incredibly well-rounded, morally gray character who does a lot of morally gray shit
and also
a lot of fucked up shit.
Also being kind of just a little boy when all of this happened. Like, I mean, think about yourself when you were like 22 when he was doing this.
Yeah, he was just a little boy, dude.
Yeah, dude.
He was a little one.
He was.
And as much as I like fucking, as much as Wei Wuxian is at least my top 3 favorite novel characters of all time. Thank you, novel protagonist, at least. I think that this was kind of an interesting twist to take it. And the way that they've been setting it up throughout the past few episodes has been with this enlightening kind of realization. I think that they've been doing it pretty well. Setting it up pretty well.
I feel like it would just help to have things explained.
I really hope that this gets explained a little better in the future, because this confused the fuck out of me, my dude. I don't know what the hell was going on with that.
Yeah. But
and
then...
I don't know. And the fact that the flames never changed back from blue to green when he took back his Stygian Tiger Seal control, which I guess means that he was under the control of somebody else, or that person was, like, focusing on keeping control over it. I don't fucking know. I would have to think a lot harder about this scene and watch it a few more times, and as much as I love watching them figuring stuff out with each other, I don't know if I have the mental strength right now.
But yeah, so then the window opens and the candle gets blown out and it's credits.
It's like, who?
Who?
He goes, who? And then it's credits. And we get a post-credit scene. And it's a nice little Yunmong Sibs levity for the absolute emotional ruin that was the main episode. And it's really fucking cute.
We get Shanshan is 3.
We get the Shanshan is 3 years old scene, which is very, very iconic scene in the novel where he's, rolling around and acting like a child, and he's like, "Oh, I'm 3 years old. How old am I, Shiji?" She's like, "I think you are more like a 1-year-old if I'm being real, Shanshan." And she like pokes his cheek.
Fucking world's most wanted war criminal, inventor of necromancy, rolling around on the floor and saying Shanshan is 3.
Yeah, he's like eating Tonghulu and he's having a nice time with his Shiju. And big ass boat full of red presents rolls by. And Wei Ying is like, "Shiju, I'm gonna get you a fucking yacht for your wedding day. And if Jinxie Xuan even tries to hurt you, I'll fuck his whole life up."
He says, "I'm gonna get you a boat this big." And
this big. And then when you have all your babies, they're gonna go pheasant hunting with old Shanshan Shushu. And Zhang Chang comes up, bodily pushing him, like, almost into the water and telling him to get the fuck out and stop corrupting his nieces and nephews' way of greeting.
And Yanli says, "What are you guys even talking about? I'm gonna fuck exactly once." And then it basically ends. It's cute.
She gets to fuck once. You fuck once and then you die, except for if
you may fuck.
Yeah.
Once.
Do you want to read the actual Shanshan is 3 section, because I have it pulled up?
Oh yeah, let's read the actual Shanshan is 3 section for comparison. So this is an excerpt from the novel.
Just for the funds of it.
Zhang Yanli glanced at him. "Shan, why are you looking at me like this? Is there something you'd like to tell me?" Wei Wuxian grinned. "Nothing, I'm just here to roll around." As he spoke, he really did take a roll on the ground. Zhang Yanli asked, "Shan, how old are you?" Wei Wuxian says, "I'm 3 already." So that's extremely fucking good to me. I think about it every day of my life.
He's a big boy.
He's having a good time with his big sister.
He's a big boy.
He's
God.
a big boy and a good boy.
What a fucking baby boy.
He's an angel. But anyway, that's it for that episode.
That's episode.
We got one left in the season.
Episode beaten.
Episode beaten.
Episode beaten.
Beaten.
Full middle Malcolmist.
Full middle Malcolmist.
Full middle Malcolmist.
So I think it's time for the McMinute, and this is a fun... I'm very glad, Sarah, that you're here for this, because you're the person who introduced us to the good word of Jessamine McCree.
Jessamine McCree, yes.
Jessamine McCree. So this is where Ray talks about Jessamine McCree for a minute. Do you have anything, Sarah, that you would like Felon to talk about for a minute in regards to this man?
If Jessamine McCree was an Animorph, I need you to give me his signature combat morph, his signature transportation morph, and his signature espionage morph. For example, the protagonist of they're all protagonists, but the head of the Animorphs, Jake, his main morph, his combat morph is a tiger, his transport morph is an osprey, and his espionage morph is a fly.
Wow, I love that.
So
okay,
hit me with
I'm
those.
gonna need a couple minutes. I need to like write this
to recede
down.
into your brain palace.
Oh my god, no! I need a couple minutes. Okay, no, I don't need a couple minutes. Okay, so it was an attack animal, transport animal, and an espionage animal, right?
Combat, transportation, and espionage. Yeah.
Combat, transportation, and espionage. Okay.
Just let me know when to start that timer.
Yeah, let's hit it.
Alright, and let's go.
I think for combat, he would probably want to be some kind of, like, either big cat or big dog. I think he's probably secretly, like, actually a furry, so he would want to be a wolf. maybe, or like some kind of coyote. Everybody likes to make him a coyote in the fandom, so I think we could probably safely go with coyote for his battle form. For his transport form, I don't know. He would definitely want to be like a relatively nondescript kind of bird. Maybe an owl. Maybe he would be an owl. That'd be fun.
I like it. And
then for his espionage form, I think he would want to be...
Spymaster McMahon.
An espionage boy. That'd be a good espionage boy. I kind of want to steal the fly thing because I think that'd be a thing that he would definitely be into. I think he would be,
It's me personally, I agree with the first two. I think for espionage, he would like to just be a little kitty.
A kitty! Wow, you're so right. Oh my god, that's so good.
A little kitty.
You'd be a little kitty.
Little kitty Jesseman.
Little kitty Jesseman.
Absolutely irresistible.
That's... Wow. The brain expansion. The power, the authority, the clearance. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for taking part and giving it. That's a fucking good one.
Yes, thank
You're
you so
welcome.
much. I really do, I really am into that.
We love it.
I need to read those fucking books. I think I read, like, the first one when I was very young.
Oh, very young.
Very young.
Listen to the Wonder Years.
Listen to the Wonder Years.
Hell yeah. So next up, you want to do some Google Translate?
Let's do some
I would
Google
love
Translate.
I would love to engage in the translated Google.
Yes,
Fuck
some
yes,
Google
okay.
Translate Essence Collection.
So I have 4 today.
Wow.
So I feel like each of you can do 2 if that's good. You feel like hopping in on this, Sarah?
Oh fuck yeah! Let me out this shit.
Hell yeah. So I got 4 of them. I'ma just pop these into the old recording chat. They're just separated by some big old spaces, so y'all can just pick and choose, and I'll give you the context when it comes up.
Okay. I have 2. I'm gonna do 2 voices here. And I want to do the first one, but I don't want to do the first one first.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So which one is this?
I'm gonna do the last one actually.
Oh, the last one. Okay, yeah, that one's very good. Okay, so this one, that one, it's translated from Chinese.
Okay.
I know it's from a fanfic. I know it's like set in the regular, usual canon universe. Honestly, no other context is necessary.
Yeah, I think I understand what's going on here. So let's just go ahead and. He yelled at his ass and shouted the ignorance of his righteousness. He grabbed the hard-working man and cried with tears, fucking me, killing me, and inserting me.
Inserting me? Oh no!
He cried with tears. That's not just any regular cry.
He yelled at own ass.
He yelled at own ass.
He yelled at own ass. Jesus Christ.
Alright, felon.
All right, let's see it. Okay, I'll do the third one.
Okay, third one is also from Chinese. I know this one's fan fiction. I don't remember anything else. This was an old one. So
Okay.
it was before I started doing context.
Sister Zhang is tired of leaving behind, and the best sisters in the world and the 2 youngest brothers who care most about him, and Zhang Shushu, who has given them a carefree and peaceful environment, the wife of the knife, and the heart of the tofu.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but the wife of the knife is going on my tombstone.
The wife of the knife is fucking awesome.
Anyone else hear the wife of the knife?
The wife of the knife? Anybody in this thread?
That's gonna be, I'm gonna start doing pro wrestling, and my pro wrestling name is just gonna be The Knife, and so you can be the wife of the knife.
Yeah!
I'm also the heart of the tofu because I'm making tofu for dinner tonight.
Oh, I love it!
Jump
All right, let me bring out this other one. I'm gonna get you the Craig now recording voice.
Yes.
Okay, which one were you going with?
Oh, I'm going with the first one.
The first one. Okay, so this one's from Indonesian. This one's also regular, normal canon universe fanfiction, but it's like an alternate continuity. And I guess what's going on here is that Jin Liang just found a secret room in the Lotus Pier. So that's what we're kind of walking into.
He clipped into the wall.
He clipped into the wall.
Ah!
All right, here we go. the instrument shiny with a prominent red tassel. Jin Boy was about to touch the aesthetic object, but failed to feel the energy emanating from the bamboo blade. Jinling's Netra turned to Sweebian, her tiny fingers stroking the sheep. Felt every curve there. A moment later, Jinling tasted the electricity, shocked her skin. He hurriedly pulled his hand and squinted, apparently catching fluctuations in energy around the sword.
Okay, so that was slightly less word
Tale
salady
of
than a lot of
souls
them
and
are.
swords, eternally retold.
Oh God.
The
Wow.
aesthetic object, like, got me more than Jin Boy, which is where my attention was initially drawn. Jin Boy
Life has
rules.
many doors, Jin Boy.
Jin boy.
Jin Boy.
Jin boy.
Jin Boy.
God. Just a very sexy sword altogether.
Everything taken in tandem. I love the just like I don't know what his netra is, but I do appreciate the alternating pronouns. Just
Yeah,
kinda
pretty
whatever.
cool.
Jin Liang said, "Call me by whatever. I'm good with any pronoun.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
It's good.
Call me young mistress. I'm cool with it now.
Yeah. He's just vibing."
He's just vibing.
What do you think the aesthetic object is? Is it like a bottle of Fiji water? I feel like it's got to be something like that.
So,
Yeah, it's like a pillar.
Either of you played Control, by the way?
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so in Control, there are these things that are basically SCPs called Objects of Power.
Uh-huh.
Like, one of them is like a floppy disk that held nuclear launch codes in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
What?
And when you pick it up, you gain the ability to use telekinesis.
Uh-huh.
Because it had launch codes, so you get to launch things.
Oh,
Wow.
All right.
Anyways, that's what's going on here.
Hell yeah.
I like that actually. No, yeah, that kind of makes
The
sense.
aesthetic object of power, which is just, it doesn't like do anything, but it just like, it makes you have really good vibes.
It looks cool as hell.
Yeah, I love it.
It looks fucking boss.
It does look boss as fuck. Alright, so I guess we're doing this last one, huh?
Yep, this last one, this one's from Ty.
Okay.
And fuck if I know. I tried to glean anything I could out of this, and the thing about Google Translate and the Thai language is that it looks at it, and it says, I am just gonna put words here.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. It's very bad at Thai. It's
Just kind of
Not
doing
if that's not a
whatever.
mood. Sometimes I just put words here.
Yeah. Just
Some-
let
Me
them
tweeting.
come out of your
I'm
mouth.
just gonna put words here.
Yep.
Yeah, me talking like a Neanderthal anymore.
Absolutely. Fuck.
So yeah. Alright, go for it.
That is an all-time tweet, and I'm gonna have to go find it real quick and retweet it along with the internet mad one.
I think I'm worried that the Neanderthal one might have been on my old, deceased, fallen original blog.
Oh,
no,
rip.
not like. Can you tweet it again so I can?
Yeah, I'll do it again. Well, I'll do it while Ray's reading. How about that?
Cool.
All right, you want to go
All
for it?
Wei Wu Shan has to use it as a way to not fall out of the cry. The face is tucked and turned, the Ji Wang being in his hand with a smooth face. In the blink of an eye, he saw that feeling shy of not being present in the world. Huh?
The G-Wang.
Like, what the fuck does that mean? They didn't even try to make it sound like a sentence. It's just words.
The G-Wing.
The G-Wing.
The Gwang?
Ain't nothing but a G-Wang.
Ain't nothing but a G-Wang, baby. God.
Oh my
Ugh.
god. He saw that feeling shy of not being present in the world. See, I just don't know. Some things are just mysteries. You know?
Mysteries.
Mysteries. That's just...
Wife of the knife versus father of the bride.
Wife of the knife versus father of the bride versus G-Wang. So yeah, thank you. Good productive day on this Google Translate Essence collection.
Yeah.
You want to do some questions?
Let's do some questions.
Yeah.
How about
I
it?
would love to.
Hell yeah. Questions. If you got them, you can send them to cloudrecessespod.tumblr.com/ask or via Twitter @cloudrecess. You get one pod. We got one on Twitter, so I'm gonna pull that one up first. You want to read this one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My best friend loves the Untitled
Well,
Goose
who's it
Game.
from? Read who's it from.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's from Twitter user Ask a Jovery, who is also in our Discord. Hello.
Hello.
Friend of the show.
Hello.
They say my best friend loves the Untitled Goose Game, which I cannot due to my moral objections to Keith. This makes me think, which MDZS character would love the game the most? Who most embodies the chaotic goose energy? Would Jessie Man McCree enjoy the game? Wow, what a delight.
I think Jessie Man McCree would enjoy parts of the game, but I think writ large he would not finish it because it would make him feel bad.
Yeah.
So have you played the Untitled Goose Game, Sarah?
I have not played the Untitled Goose Game, no.
Do you know what the vibe is? Because I kind of don't.
Sarah explained...
Yeah, Untitled Goose Game is just a game where you play as a goose and you run around being an asshole to people in this village.
Yeah, no, I don't know if Jessie Man McCree would get behind, like, willingly being an asshole to
I
people.
think there would be some there are some funny moments.
Yeah.
There are some
Game
funny moments. And there are some points where you get to be, like, the cosmic retribution for someone being a dink.
You know who I think would enjoy the Goose Game
Who do you
so
think
much
would enjoy the
in
game?
private? Like, deeply in private, like, in a very deeply buried file on their laptop, Jin Guangyao.
It's his
He
favorite.
just loves being a goose and just being able to be a dick to people, whatever he wants. Wow.
He is a gremlin, like, on the DL.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%, like a nobody care me goblin.
Nobody care me.
I think also, I don't know, Wei Wuxian would enjoy it until he realized that it was just all about being an asshole to people, and he's like, nah, it's not really fun anymore.
Yeah. He doesn't want to be mean.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be mean.
He wants to cause a ruckus, but he doesn't want to be mean.
He wants to poke fun, but
Yeah.
he doesn't want to, like, actually
Yeah.
be rude.
Yeah. Who most embodies the chaotic goose energy? I mean, I feel like we gotta go back to Jiggy for that, because he's secret asshole gremlin boy.
That's true. Is that, like, spoilers, though?
We've been talking about him like he's a dirt gremlin the whole fucking season.
Yeah, he is a goblin boy.
Yeah.
So I think I would argue that Jiggy has the most goose energy in the show. Chaotic goose energy. Second place would be, I think that Nie Huaisang has nervous goose energy. Nervous but rude goose energy.
Nervous but rude goose energy.
Or Shuiyang.
Oh yeah, oh, he fucking loves it.
Shuiyang definitely has goose energy.
He loves
Chaotic
it.
goose energy. Yeah.
Jesus. Thank you, that's a good one.
That
I
was
like
fucking awesome.
Let's go over to Tumblr, because we got a good number of questions here. I feel like we should just kind of go ahead and finish out everything that we have in this inbox. Yeah.
Let's do that.
So I'm gonna let you read these and who they from and all that.
So this is from Anonymous. Thank you, Anonymous. Where's the Parent Trap AU for this fandom, huh? Am I gonna have to write the AU where Jin Liang is at a shitty summer camp and sees Lan Sishui's picture of his dad and his dad's ex and loses it because the ex is his uncle Wei Ying? And then the juniors work together to set them back up? Okay, I'm on board. Toot toot, bitch, let's fucking go.
Chip chop chip.
Hello, Chip Chop Chip. I am here to respectfully support your Parent Trap AU ventures. Give me your @ we're fucking doing it. I will support you every step of the way. I fucking love
Turn
this.
on your location.
Turn on your location. Share your location. I sent you pictures of my Parent Trap AU idea. Please respond. And I will respond.
Oh.
I fucking love that.
Oh, I'll respond.
That is so goddamn cute. Like, wow.
Wow.
What a good thing. I think that setting fits really well for them. And then Lanyan and Jillian can be best friends.
They're best friends. How about this one? This one's a tough one. I showed you this one as soon as we got it, and this one's rough.
Oh, I remember this. Okay. So Anonymous sent in, I have a very difficult question that must be answered. Fuck, marry, kill between Mian Mian, Wenqiang, and Zhang Yanli.
Fuck. See, this one's rough.
Zhang Wanli is the bandana boy, right?
Zhang Yanli, these are all the ladies.
Oh, okay.
These are all the ladies. So Wenqiang is Wenyang's sister, the one with the ponytail earlier in the red robes. Mian Mian is a minor female character that showed up later in the book and kind of kicks ass, if I'm being real. She did not get a lot.
I do love me some minor characters, so I will marry that one.
Yes. Okay, marry Mian Mian, cool. She quit the Gene sect because she refused to betray her own principles, which I thought was really cool.
Hell yeah. She's a real one.
Okay, so you're gonna marry Myeon Myeon. Wenchang is the acupuncture doctor lady. What are you gonna do with Wenchang?
I mean, I imagine. You know what? I feel like everyone I've ever met who's been to acupuncture is into pretty some freaky shit.
Yeah,
so...
she's hot as hell and her strap is huge.
Yeah, no, yeah. You told me all I need to know. I'm hers.
Okay, so fuck her. So you're killing Jong Yeonli. I mean, she's dead anyway.
Yeah.
Listen, hey, someone already did it for me. My hands are clean.
Oh my god, I mean, you're right. You're right, but you didn't have to say it.
Twist, it was you putting the sword through her on the battlefield.
Fuck.
Yeah, they never show the face, but that was me.
It was Sarah herself.
And then going off to fucking make what is her name?
Wenchang.
That was me doing that and then going off to cramp her thighs.
Woo!
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna have to second, unfortunately, killing Jung Yeonli, but, I mean, as far as we know, we've never seen her be into a girl, so, I don't want to try to, be the predatory lesbian,
Yeah.
So I guess the only other option is to kill her, ?
I guess?
She's already dead. I'm gonna say fuck Myeon Myeon and marry Wenchang, because if I marry Wenchang, I can fuck her as much as the two of us want.
Yeah, plus you get that good doctor money.
You get that good doctor money, and that's what I'm about.
Yeah, that's
Let
the
me
shit
be
I
the
want.
housewife.
So,
let me not ever have to do anything. I'm not out here trying to lift a finger. The fuck you want?
Yep. So I definitely agree with you.
Yeah.
I definitely think that Jong Yeonli gone.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Myeon Myeon,
All due respect.
Myeon Myeon, I fuck once
R.I.P.
just to give her.
to her, but I'm different.
Yes. God. Myeon Myeon, I would fuck once to give her the lesbian experience, and then Wenchang marry, definitely marry Wenchang.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something and I can't remember.
Now that's what I call wife.
So the new fuck, marry, kill should be fucking me, killing me, and inserting. I think it's a fun little twist.
Wow.
On the OG.
Fuck, kill, insert.
All right, moving.
Insert is when instead of you killing them, you get inserted into their butt like anal vor.
Yeah, like
God.
a vor thing. Right. So it's who
God.
you want to be vored by the most.
Jesus.
My vote is.
Don't do this.
Never mind.
We don't have to.
I'm not gonna make.
Once you finish that sentence, you start down a road you can never stop.
I'm just saying that Wei Wuxian's hole is bottomless and it's hungry.
God.
Anyway.
Sarah doesn't know about the thing that he does.
He is gross.
How is he gross?
He's
a
fucking
fucking
gross.
gremlin,
He's
first off.
canonically, think about the grossest and nastiest, Ahegao talk that you've ever seen. It's him in canon.
You love it.
When they fuck, it's him in canon.
Yep.
That's what he says. He's just like that.
He's just
gross.
like that. Why? Why is he
He's
like
gross.
that? But
And
he
they
is like
and
that?
they in the book, at the end of the book, they made a promise to each other that they were gonna fuck every single day, no matter what. So that's what they do.
Yep.
And I mean, I know that Lan Wangji don't look like much, but he's a fucking animal. It's disgusting. Like, the sex scenes are they
leave some stuff to be desired, but they're out here.
They're really she really went all out with the sex scenes.
He has a bit of fun with Lan Wangji's sword.
Yes,
at
he
one
does.
Point. We'll say that.
He has a bit of fun with Lan Wangji's sword.
He says,
Not the sharp part, just the hilt.
Just
all
the
of
hilt.
it. No lube. None.
You gotta have lube.
Nope. They don't.
What are you doing if you don't have lube?
He's self-lubricating, Sarah. I'm so serious. I'm so fucking serious. This fucking novel whips. Dude, it's fucking awesome. It's so gross. It's so cool.
For context, this isn't a dream sequence, but he very much dreams about himself being a self-lubricating Omega, so that's on him.
He just wants to be an Omega. That's all that is. So, alright, let's move on from Wei Ying whole talk, because that consumes most of my side Twitter anyway.
Welcome to the community.
I thought that I had set an put up an unbeatable bar by saying I was gonna make Wenxing's calves cram.
No.
But Fallon blasted me out of the fucking water. I ceded my title.
Sarah, I really think that you should have taken a look at what I post on my Mo Shang Chang Shu specific Twitter before you made that claim, because I promise you would not have been in the position that you are now. You would be safe in knowing that I can't not be gross on Maine. I can't. It just spills out of me like fucking like a torrential wave of
cum.
An Omega's self-produced lube. Like an Omega's
self-produced weird
just splashing out of your butthole.
The juices.
Do you think? Wait, hold on. Do Omegas have to wear diapers so that they don't get
all
fucked up by
it's not diapers.
Self-
they have to wear pads. Probably.
Yes, I win.
They have to wear fucking pads. That is so gross. Shit is gross. Okay, we're moving on. We're fucking moving on. Oh, Sarah, you're not gonna win when we tell you about diaper swap. All right. That's a story for another time. So we're moving on to this next question.
You cut out for a second. What did you say?
You're not gonna win when we tell you about diaper swap.
Is that like a joke about wife swap?
It's like flag football, but with full diapers. A question for the podcast sent by Little Miss Wings and Things. If you guys watch My Hero Academia, what are everyone's quirks, and who would go to hero school or join the League of Villains?
Ooh!
I love that. I'm not personally very familiar with My Hero Academia.
Most of what I know is from osmosis and or reading the fandom wiki.
Yes, exactly. So...
But Sarah, you're acquainted, right?
Yeah, but I'm not acquainted enough with this show to really say what everyone's powers would be.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I think I'm going on conjecture here, but I'm pretty sure their powers could be whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. There's one of that, you know that girl with she's got USB chargers for ears, and that's her power or whatever.
Kyoko, my daughter, my lesbian daughter.
Yeah, it's really good. So it could just be fucking whatever.
Hell yeah.
So I think that Wei Wuxian's quirk, obviously kind of like a Pushing Daisies touch of undeath kind of thing. I think that'd be fun. Either that or he can just control the undead. I mean, that would be a cool quirk, I guess. I don't really know whether that counts as a quirk because, like I said, I'm not acquainted with it. But
Dr. Necromancy.
I think Lan Wangji would be an icy boy or a windy boy.
I like that. I feel like cool. Icy because he's got his sword is the whole point of it is that it's no pun intended.
Yeah, that's true.
But it is Frosty.
It is Frosty the Beachin. Fucking who? Zhang Chang would be Lightning Boy.
Yeah, he's probably maybe he's got a thing where he can his arm can become a big lightning whip, like one of the what's that fucking one angel in Evangelion where it's just got the whippity arms.
Ramiel.
Yeah, that
Ramiel.
One. Yeah.
Okay. The cube? Yeah, Ramiel. The ultimate Rubik's Cube.
I fucking love it. Yeah, that's definitely...
Rubik's Trick.
Rubik's Trick.
I think Nie Huaisang can talk to birds or something.
Maybe he's got the thing that sometimes people show Shizun having in Scum Villain where he can pull shit up on his fan. Cause he'd be on that fan.
Oh my god.
He'd be on that Correct Takes fan.
Yeah. Cause he'd be on that fan.
He can pull shit up on his fan?
Yeah, use it he can use it to get data about things. He can
he says, check this. He says, hey, check this out, and opens TikTok to find that he has been banned for posting gay content.
Exactly.
Oh my god! Fucking Jesus. So, who would go to hero school or join the League of Villains is the question. Wei Wuxian definitely wants to go to hero school, but I probably don't think it works out very well for him because he loses control of his powers.
He ends up going to villain school because ideological purposes, I guess.
Yeah.
He goes there because the teachers at hero school go on strike and he doesn't want to be in scab.
Oh my god! Lan Wangji definitely goes to hero school.
Oh yeah.
Who would go to villain? Who would join the League of Villains?
I don't
The school is just called that anime spinoff is just called My Villain Academia.
Yeah.
Susha joins the League of Villains. The Wens just run the League of Villains.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
Yeah.
I can't really think of much else because I'm not familiar with it. I wish I was. I keep wanting to get into it.
Because that's such a cool question. I wanna come back to that question and like maybe revisit it next week after doing a little bit of research.
Yeah, we could do that.
I feel that. I like that. So we will be back next week. Tumblr user Little Miss Wings and Things. We gonna say hi again.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Or well, I don't know if they're around. Okay, no, they still are around. They just don't have an icon. Good for you. I love you. Okay, cool. Thanks so much. All right, and our last one is another question from Anonymous. It says, I rewatched the episode for this, and oh boy, I'm about to cheat deviate. How do you think the siege of the burial mounds even went? I mean, as soon as everyone got there, they would have seen the Wen remnants were harmless. How on earth did no one think, hey, maybe we shouldn't murder a bunch of farmers? You know, that's a great question, and that's something that...
War makes criminals of everyone involved.
Yep.
If there's one thing you gotta know about
Full middle Malcolmist.
Full middle Malcolmist.
That's a question that has been asked many times throughout history and answered many times throughout history and also forgotten many times throughout history. So...
Wisdom.
You know? Not to, like, sound like a well, actually, or anything, but I think,
Yeah, I feel like it's just kind of the consequence of war. Like, people...
Yep. You get so locked into this particular mindset of all of these people are bad and all of them have to die that when you're confronted with the proof that not all of these people are bad or should die, you can't reconcile it.
Yeah.
So they kind of just double down on it.
Yeah.
You know?
So they see a bunch of grannies and pee-pops and babies, and they say, slice, slice.
And they immediately think because of who they are and what they are, even if they're not evil right now, they're destined for evil anyway, so better just get rid of them, you know, while the timing is right.
And even if there are people, because, like, I mean, one thing to consider also is that there's, like, 50 Wen remnants and, like, several thousand cultivators going after them.
Mm-hmm.
Even if there are, like, a significant number of those cultivators going after them who, like, get there and be like, maybe we shouldn't do this, there's probably, like, 100 people behind them who are willing to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely.
Yeah. So, sometimes, that's how war be.
That's how war be sometimes.
War be like bad.
War be like
Yeah,
bad.
war bad to me, honestly. It really sucks to see, you know? Especially, I think the thing that sucks to see the most is the cycle of it. Yeah. The fact that, you know, as long as this kind of mindset persists, this carnage and the cycle of this is going to be never ending.
Yeah, it's war.
It's war.
It's war.
War is
mission accomplished. Full Metal Malcolmist.
Full Metal Malcolmist.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say except Full Metal Malcolmist?
What can I say except
the Elric?
Oh, that's a good one.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. All right, yeah.
Ooh, I saw a really good tweet thread about a Full Metal Alchemist AU for Modal the other day.
Boy!
Ooh, delicious. It was Wei Wuxian was in the Edward Elric seat, but he had a metal heart instead of the limbs. Because I guess he like gave his heart up or something. That slaps. Don't know how they pulled that off, but I'm loving it. And then Zhang Cheng was the one in the suit.
I was gonna say.
He was in that suit.
He'd be in that suit.
He in that suit.
I love that.
And it kind of ruled, actually, to me. So shout out to whoever the hell wrote that. I don't remember. I think it was that,
If you find it, just retweet it.
Yeah.
Because I want to see it. But yeah.
Loving it.
Before we get into housekeeping, we have an announcement to make.
We do have a special announcement. We're going to be doing something very cool in the next, several months probably.
Yeah, starting within a month.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to start doing our live readings.
Yes.
And we're going to be doing these about twice a month. And we are looking for everybody's help in doing some voice acting.
Yeah. So
So you can do this on your own time. We're not, requiring anybody to, hop online at the time that we're doing it.
You just record the lines and we splice them in.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make a little soundboard. You just record the lines, and I'll fuck with them. And I'll play those. I'll just click play as we read, and you get to be a character, and it's good and fun.
Yep.
I'm gonna have a Google spreadsheet open where you can just look at a character and write down your name and be like, I want to be that one.
And we'll let you know when they show up.
Hell yeah, I have the...
Diagnose yourself with a kin.
Yeah!
Yes, diagnose yourself with a kin. We will say that Roy and I are, since we're us, we're gonna be covering the roles of Wei Wuxian and Lan Wangji just because that would be easiest logistically and also because we wanna.
Yeah.
But pretty much everybody else is up for grabs.
Yeah. I have the spreadsheet already made up. I've got it kind of organized by major roles, which means that you're probably gonna, be having to do a good bit more work.
Mm-hmm.
And then supporting roles and minor roles, and then other roles because there are a couple times where things get a little bit weird. But those are there's like 6 of those, I think. Since this is hashtag adult content, there are some not great content things that happen that could potentially be an issue if you want to avoid those. So I have those included in here, like what specifically goes on. But I have instructions on how to reveal those. I do have them kind of blocked off so that you can avoid them if you don't want to see those.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have little descriptions of the characters because you don't have to be necessarily super acquainted with the media property of Modazushi to participate.
You just have to get their vibe right, you know?
Yeah, and we have a little, description of that vibe. Some notes, if necessary. And then instructions on what to do. So we have all that. We'll post a link to the spreadsheet where you can sign up. We'll post a link to it along with this episode. And with probably the next several episodes until we get all these filled.
Yeah.
And it'll be good. I think it'll be really fucking cool.
I think it'll be fun. Just kind of a little collaborative effort.
Hell yeah. We're looking forward to it. We really want to start doing these. I think the first episode we're looking to, or the first live reading we're looking to do, we're trying to shoot for somewhere around the weekend of October 18th or 19th or so.
Yeah.
Yep. So, we're gonna need them early on roles filled. Mostly, I think just the Lon Juniors, the little boys.
Mm-hmm. Lon Juniors, the Mo family.
Yeah. Which we don't necessarily have to include. I didn't have them.
No, we don't, because they're like 1 or 2.
Yeah, they're in 2 chapters and they die.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, keep an eye out for that, and please take part, even if you don't know anything about it. I mean, if you're listening to this, you probably do, but whatever. It should be cool and fun. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. So
it's good. I'm really excited about it. I think it's gonna be really fun.
Hell yeah. So yeah, so just why don't we just close up?
Yeah.
Close up shop. We have a Patreon.
We do have a Patreon, and you get a bunch of cool stuff if you throw $1 at us.
Yeah.
If you just go to patreon.com/money.
Yeah, throw treats into my mouth.
Yeah, patreon.com/treats. Patreon.com/pod recesses. $1 a month, you can be a disciple of the show and get access to all of our Patreon exclusive bonus content, plus a special role in our Discord. Yesterday, we put up our very first episode of She's in Get iPad.
We did, and you're going to get access to it if you put a $1 treat in our mouth per month. You're going to watch us do some fun literary analysis on the Scum Villain self-saving system. So that's something to look forward to if you happen to have an extra $1 to
do that.
To put in my thong.
For $5 a month, you can be a sec leader of the show. You can get all that plus a more special role in our Discord and a thank you shout out on the show. You can also send us a little message for us to read. Nobody's done that yet, but maybe someday.
I think we should. I think somebody should step up to it.
Yeah, I think
just
somebody
say, hey, what the fuck is good?
Yeah, say, what the fuck is up, gamers? And for $10 a month, you can be chief cultivator of the Pod Recesses world and get all of that and an even more special role in our Discord. And you can send us requests for things to stream or read, and all of that good stuff. Hell yes. So shout out to $5 sec leaders Colin Arnold and Sarah McClintock. Thank you for supporting us.
Yay! Thank you so much.
Friends of the show. And thank you to Chief Cultivator of the show, Scout, at scoutshiro.scout.
Outscout hero.
Scout Shiro. Hell yeah.
It's a scout.
It's a scout. We have 6 patrons now.
We do. I know
yeah.
a couple people got on the train in the past couple days. I was very excited to see that.
Yeah, so now we're up to 622 instead of the funny number that we had before, which was 4 patrons and $20 a month.
That's okay. I'll always keep that special time in my heart.
Yeah, that was just kind of a special moment in history.
It was a really good moment for me personally. I was really happy about it. So
But yeah, thank you to Noisepace.xyz for being our podcast network.
Thank you, Matt Sonju.
Check it out. You can find other very good podcasts such as The Wonder Years and Fear Baiting.
Those are me!
It's Sarah's!
And Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die.
Which Sarah is also on, and so is Roy a lot of the time. And I was also on it for like 5 minutes one time talking about how gross Vic Mignogna is.
Once again, I'm Roy. I am on Twitter at SemperFunny and also at my MDZS side blog, which is Geelan Hypebeast.
I am Fallon, and my Twitter handles, where I am located chiefly on the internet, are at America's Burden, and my MXTX specific side Twitter is at Himbozongju, ZONGZHU. Thank you.
Sarah, where can we find you?
You can find me online at Sunhatzhenya, SUNHATZHENYA, and then all the podcasts that Roy mentioned.
Fuck yeah.
Roy is going on fear baiting in a couple of weeks.
Hell yeah.
To talk about feet.com,
Feet.
aka fear.com.
Feet.com.
Feet.com.
Feet.com. That's what I'm saying. Feet.com.
Feet.com.
But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Oh, well, you can also find Pod Recesses, the Us, the show of the Us at cloudrecessespod.tumblr.com and on twitter.com/cloudrecess, just the one, pod. We're on all the podcast apps and the websites and all that good stuff, so subscribe and comment and rate and all that good stuff.
Oh, that jank.
We like to see it. We love when that happens. We got another rating. I love that.
Did we?
Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited.
Love it. Yeah. You can also join our Discord. The link is in our description. As always. It's good and fun. And you know what we say at the end of every episode?
Do you know what we say?
Super buddy.
Super.
Don't touch that dial. It's got jam on it. You're listening to 101.7 Semper Bunny.
Semper Bunny, folks.
Semper Bunny.
Bye.
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 Yeah, ギャル男宣言
Go, 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 ギャル男宣言 Go, 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 ギャル男宣言 Go, 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 ギャル男宣言 Go, 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 go オス、俺ギャルを始めました BK 卒業パンツピタピタっていうか昨日も渋谷好きな食べ物はシーザーサラダアングロメッシュにからコンレンズ